sister.
Yeah. Is Teddy's tummy better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're finally all sleeping through the night. Took over. Took a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teddy was going through his first bout of clearing tapeworms. Yeah. So he was just up a lot, and then we're up a lot, but now we're in a rebuilding of the gut phase, the gut biome. So, and he's sleeping all night. Last night he did wake up at 2 a.m. and I thought he wanted to go out, but he just went into the mudroom and kind of looked around, and I was like, "You want out? I'm here."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No." I'm like, "All right." Back into bed, and we went back to sleep. I'm like, okay, that was weird. But yeah, much better. Thank you for asking.
Sure.
Yeah, that is my child, so I have to worry and try to figure out what's going on and all the things. Good morning, ladies online. Happy Venus Day. I guess it's Friday the 13th, but I like to think of it as a lucky day instead of unlucky. So extra blessed
I don't even
today.
know where that came from.
I don't either. I just know there's movies about it.
I was just going to say,
right?
there's like horror movies.
The scary movies.
Well, that's just to scare people because
Because
fun to scare
Hollywood
people.
likes to do
I
that.
mean, we should all know that by now. That's
I
all
know.
our government does.
But I
is
think
fun
Friday the
scare.
13th
Totally.
was.
It's totally true. Yeah. Well, thanks for being here this morning. We'll give it one more minute. We'll see if anyone else peruses through in the online ether or in the studio here. Just beginning to drop into the awareness of your breath. It's beginning to just move from your weak movement and morning movement into stillness and reflection and being with your breath and with whatever is arising within your awareness as you begin to drop in. And just to support our nervous systems in landing with us this morning, we're just going to begin to slowly just stroke and move through our hands here, through the palms, the fingers, almost like we were just putting on some oil on our hands and just continuing to breathe with the sensation of our own just soft, loving touch. And then we're going to cross our arms at our shoulders and slowly smooth down the outer arms to the elbows. And we'll do that a few times, nice and slow. And we're going to come up to the forehead and just begin to slowly stroke the fingers down the sides of the face, the jaw, the neck, And just again, these soft strokes, like if we were petting our favorite animal here, but we're giving ourselves just this nice, loving, soothing touch, which tells our brain and our nervous system that we are safe. We're safe to be here in this body, in this experience, where we live, whatever we're navigating in our life right now, we are safe. And we're going to come back to the hands and continue that movement, just soft strokes. And I'm just going to invite you to list off in your mind the 5 places that you want to travel to. And as you continue to stroke here and then eventually move to your shoulders and down your outer arms, you're going into those 5 places that you want to travel to, or maybe you're about to travel there, but just listing them off in your mind as you breathe, stroking the outer arms to elbows, and then coming back to the face, from the forehead down the cheeks, down the neck. Just really pausing to feel. And when you feel complete, let your hands rest over your heart, or a hand on your heart and hand on your belly. Just pausing to notice how you feel. So we're nurturing our yin energy in this practice this morning. It is the energy that allows us to rest, recover, heal, receive, surrender, be, trust, allow. This is our yin part of every human on the planet. We all have this energy within us. And when we go through times of stress, illness, whatever it may be, the balancing energy to help heal is through rest and surrendering and nurturing this yin energy. It moves the fluids of our body. Our heart is yin. It feels, it receives. The lungs are around it to protect it because it's sensitive. And it is the home of our highest truth and the spirit of what's called Shen. It's our Shen energy. It's our spirit energy. And the Shen energy, when in balance, we laugh, there's joy. We have a perspective that's higher regarding our experience of life that holds both joy and grief. And we can kind of flow with it because the Shen is at home. It's at home in the nest. So if you can just drop down and visualize your heart, your chest like a nest. And there's this beautiful vermilion bird that rests in the nest. It's content. It's at home. It can just be. And when we allow ourselves times of stillness and rest and being, this vermilion bird can continue to just feel at home in our heart in this nest of rest. So just notice if your vermilion bird wants to rest this morning, or is it kind of flying around you? It's like, I'm not ready to nest up yet. I'm not feeling ready to settle. That is all okay. I just want you to notice what your bird, if it's wanting to nest, is it resting? Is it flying around? Is it unsettled? You're just breathing and noticing this for your own heart's information this morning. And we're just going to invite in a practice that really nurtures our heart yin energy, where maybe perhaps by the end of our practice, this bird feels safe to just land and rest in the nest of your heart. So when you feel ready to just kind of release this visualization, come on out, open the eyes, and just shake it out. Now you're welcome to stay in this cross-legged position, come into cobbler. Now I'm going to sit in hero or heroine pose, and if you'd like to join me there, I'm going to guide us from that position. Everything we're going to do, you can do in those other seated positions as well. But if you'd like to come into heroine pose this morning, your knees are hip distance apart. You can bring your blocks in behind you. You could sit on 2 blocks for more height and less flexion in the knees. You could sit on 1 block. And you could also bring in bolster as a possible option with or without a block. So I'm just giving you options to kind of play around with. We want you to be able to feel supported enough in whichever position you choose to be here for a few minutes without, pain in your knees or hips. Once you find your way into your heroine pose, if you want to just kind of unpinch, the knee skin can get a little pinchy. And then just have your strap nearby. All right. And we're just going to begin by bringing our hands to prayer at the heart, feeling the tops of our feet plugging down if we're in hero pose. And we're going to allow the arms to release down and then inhale and sweep the arms slowly up overhead. Let the palms meet and then exhale the hands to the heart. Go with the pace of your breath. Good. The next time the arms come up overhead and the palms meet, we're going to bend the elbows and release the palms behind our head. Good. And then inhale the arms back up toward the sky and exhale the arms back and down and back to the heart. Inhale, as your arms float up, lift the rib cage away from the pelvis, reach, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, release the palms. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, back to the heart. Just take a breath here. Good. One more time. Inhale, sweep up. Palms meet. Exhale, bend your elbows, release your palms behind your head. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, release. Beautiful. Now we're going to let the arms stretch out to our sides here. We're going to bring some awareness into our spine and let the spine begin to move kind of like seaweed here. And the arms will follow in just soft joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. And continuing with your breath. And if the exhale wants to release out, with that HA sound for the heart, you can let that flow in, or just yogic breath in and out through the nose. Just keep things simple. What's flowing? It's easeful. That's what we're looking for this morning in our practice. Good. All right, and then let the arms release. Give them a nice shake out here. And then we'll take our arms in a gentle cactus. This feels like too much. You could bring hands to thighs. And on our inhale, the chest will lift as the shoulder blades glide down our back, cow pose. And as we exhale, navel draws back toward the spine. The arms come toward each other. The head releases into our cat. You can let your breath lead and the movement follow, or spend a couple breaths in a posture here. One more time, feeling into this opening. Our heart opens, it connects with ourselves, each other, nature, and then we close our heart to rest it. We turn inward, we reflect. Let's do it one more time, really just feeling into the balancing energy of the heart. It opens, it connects, and then it retreats, it rests, it reflects. It just is being in its beingness. And then inhale, open, and exhale, release. And if you need to shake it out, shake it out. Okay, we're going to take our straps, and we're going to take our hands wide on the strap and take a nice kind of just tautness here through the strap. So the arms are gently straight. We're not locking the elbows. Gaze is forward, and then we'll inhale. As we lift the arms overhead, the rib cage is lifting up away from the pelvis. Yes, and then exhale behind you any amount without bending the elbows. If you need to bend your elbows, explore taking a wider grasp on your strap. And just going nice and slow. If you're dealing with shoulder things, please be gentle, be mindful. This does bring some nice synovial fluid movement through the shoulder girdle. And it's also freeing the chest from constriction, resistance. Good. One more time, if it's in ya. Relax forward. Just take a pause. Give your arms a little shaken out. Good. Now we're going to take our arms and we're going to slowly bring them back up overhead. Bend the elbows. Take a hold of the elbow tips. Inhale. Lift the rib cage away from the pelvis like you're taking off a tight shirt. Good. And then exhale, side bend to your left. And feel the left belly tissue hug in toward your spine. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale to your right. Right belly tissue hugs in. Left rib cage opening. Again, we inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. And exhale to the other side. And inhale back up, and exhale, release your arms like dangly earrings. Let them just shake out. Good, let's take our shoulders now up toward our ears, and then back. The shoulder blades hug toward each other, retraction. And now drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the shoulders come forward, protraction of the shoulder blades, and then reach the shoulders up, take them back, take them down. We'll do that one more time. Shoulders come forward, they lift up, they go back, and they drop. Good. And then shake it out. And we're going to go one more pass here of opening through our spine and our rib cage and our lateral flexion. So we're going to take our strap one more time. We're going to take it up overhead, and we're going to lift the rib cage away from the pelvis. Take a deep breath in, pull the strap taut. Exhale, side bend to your left. And inhaling up. Exhaling to the other side. I have a couple more times here. And then rising back up and releasing down, setting that strap off to your side. Give your body a little shaking out. And we're coming out of our heroine pose, taking hands out in front of us, coming off of our prop. If you want to take a leg back and stretch through that back foot, back leg, and then kind of going over to the other leg, just giving a little bit of a length. And then we're going to slowly transition onto our feet. So take your time. If you want to pause along the way and let the spine hang in a bent knee forward bend. That's a nice transition before making your way up to standing here. So how about we take our bent knee forward bend for a couple breaths here. Just let the spine head hang. Hands on the earth or hands on elbow tips. And then let's take hands to big toes. And to support us as we slowly rise to standing, we're going to sweep our hands to our inner ankle bones, pull up the inside seam of the legs, coming up to the hip groins, out to the hip bones. We're smoothing up the side ribs to the shoulders, and then circling back down to the side ribs and massaging the spleen points. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Again. Good. And then let the body just completely go into a full shaking out. Good. Okay, so let's take our feet hip distance apart with the slight bend in the knees, spreading the toes, rooting down through our kidney one point at the base of the foot that we work with a lot to just connect into grounding our energy here. And we're going to take our hands and find the knobs of the collarbones and drop an inch below. And you can massage these points if that's feeling really good. You could tap these points. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Good, and then we'll come to the top of the sternum bone. You can tap or massage here. We've got our thymus gland. We've also been getting to know our Sea of Serenity acupressure point that's here as well. Deep breaths. Good, let's come under the breasts to the front low ribs and massage or tap. And then we'll come out to the side seams of the low ribs. Go in between the ribs this time. Find the nuggets of gold here and breathe. Good. And then we'll come up to the cheekbones. We'll tap or massage here. Deep breaths. Shake it out. We're going to come up to the center of the forehead now with our fingers. And we're going to press in and pull apart toward the temples. And then we're going to go to the next section on the head. From the center, press in, pull down the sides of your head. Keep breathing as you continue to move to each section on your skull, releasing tension around the cranium. Excess noise of our mind. We're coming to the back of the head here. We'll find the occipital ridge, the bottom bone of the skull, and let's massage here. Deep breaths. And we'll continue down the top of the neck of the spine. We'll go on either side of the spine, press in, pull to the sides. So we're also clearing the lymphatic system. We have lots of ways we can access the lymph. So we're going to explore the spinal flesh this morning to clear. And so you're just reaching down your upper back on either side of your spine, taking deep breaths in, exhale out. And then we'll slide our hands forward over the chest and make contact with the cartilage in between the ribs and give that a little raking here. And then we'll drop down to the next set of ribs. We've got some lung and gallbladder lymphatic points we're clearing here. Deep breaths. And we'll continue inside the breast tissue, right in between the ribs, clearing the kidneys. And we'll continue south. We're going all the way to the bottom ribs and clearing the small intestine, which is the counterpart or the yang organ of the heart. It helps us to discern what to keep and what to let go of, physically and energetically. Good. All right, shake it out. And now we're going to come up our back with our thumbs or fingers and find our spine. And then go an inch out on both sides and massage. Circles up and down, doesn't matter. Deep breaths. Then we'll keep going south to the next tissue to breathe into. And we're continuing south. And we'll continue all the way down inside of the sacrum bone on either side of the tailbone, clearing here. Deep breaths. And then a nice brushing down your back and buttocks a few times. And then just pause to feel. It's a flush, so you might literally feel flush in your cheeks, a flush of energy. You could feel lighter, you could feel nauseated. Any of these are possibilities, and then whatever you're experiencing outside of that. Just pause, breathe, ground. Good, and then shake it out because that shakes up a lot. All right, good. So now we're going to take our palms forward, and we're going to inhale the arms slowly up. So make sure you got some bend in the knees. As you come up and lower down through your front spine, we're going to make an HA sound. Ha. Audible HA. Inhale up. Ha. At your own pace. Helping to bring your attention, your awareness back to your heart. If it's gotten a little pulled up and out and the bird is flying around, just allowing some more support for the heart, the Shen, to settle back into your body. And one more time this direction. Good. Pause. Place your hands in front of your pubic bone. Take a breath. And I'm going to offer a mantra to repeat in your mind or out loud as we move through our zip up practice here. The mantra is, I love myself deeply and I accept myself completely. I love myself deeply and I accept myself completely. Even if you don't feel like that is true for you in this moment, but you'd like it to be true, you can repeat it. If it feels so not your truth in this moment, then find something, just the word love, acceptance, something that you can bring into your energy field so you can help yourself to actually live this as your truth. So as you inhale this mantra, we're drawing our hands up the front spine. I love myself deeply. Reach up toward the sky. Exhale around your energy field. And I accept myself completely. I love myself deeply. And I accept myself completely. Continue at your own pace. One more time. And then anchor it in, one finger into your belly button, another finger between the eyebrows. Press in, pull up. This is called the hook up. We're going to take a few more breaths. And just anchor our energy back to our core, our center. This is where we discover our truth. When we leave the noise of the world and we come back in and we see what feels true for us. This simple practice, handhold, can help us with that. Good. When you're ready, you can step out and let the body give a little shake out. And we're going to do a little bit of lifting the heels and dropping the heels. Lifting and dropping. Lifting and dropping. So as we lift, our shoulders drop back, and then we just kind of just let the bones and just drop. And now we're going to take our hands like they're deer hooves. We're going to bring the fingers together. As we lift the heels, we're drawing the shoulders back. We're holding the inhale, holding the heels up, holding. Exhale, and release out in front. Good. Inhale up, hold. Yeah, good. Inhale, lift. Discharging the heart. Inhale, lift. Good. One more time. We're really going to hold the breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. Release, step out, shake it out. And now we're just going to do a little bit of bouncing. Like if we're on little trampoline rebounders, we're just going to help continue to move the lymph. Gently breathing. Releasing tension. It's just kind of fun. If you haven't smiled yet, maybe smile. Have a little fun here. Shake it out. One more breath. Good, good, good. All right. Let's take our hands now. Shoulders, shoulder blades drawing toward each other. Hands behind us. If it's available, hand clasp. If it's not, we could always take our strap like so, okay, behind the back, if hand clasp is not useful. And we're going to lift the chest here. Lift the arms away from the body. Inhale. Exhale, relax the arms back toward the body. Arms lifting away and then relaxing. So opening up our wings here. Now you have the option to stay right here. You can continue pulsing, gently taking the arms away from the body. You also have the option to bend your knees, Let your chest and belly head toward your thighs and let your arms slowly move toward the top of your mat. As best as you can, pull the fingers apart so that elbows stay in a micro bend. Breathing into your whole shoulder, chest girdle. And then slowly the heart rises, the arms release. Go ahead and let the arms or hands come to hips, rising up through the heart. Here we are in our chair pose. We'll take a couple breaths here in Utkatasana chair. And then we'll press down through our feet and rise back up. Mountain pose. Just let it settle here in mountain pose. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a wider stance just so that we're coming into kind of our horse stance where our feet are out and when we bend our knees are over our ankles and our hands are going to rest on our thighs here. And our heart and our spine is leaning forward. And our left shoulder is dropping down, and we're going to let the head slowly turn and gaze over our right shoulder. 3 breaths here. If you want to pulse a little bit here, you can in your hips. Good. Coming back to center. Right shoulder drops. Head turns over left shoulder, breathing and maybe even just pulsing a little bit in the hips. So helping the water of our body, that yin energy to flow. Good. And then coming back to center, slowly straighten the legs and rise up. Turn your feet in, step your feet together, mountain pose. Let it settle. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of Qigong energy work to just help move and balance emotions in our body, and we're going to do it with some movement and with some sound. And so the feet are hip distance apart. We've got that slight bend in the knees. We're going to practice first what we're going to do with the sound, so we're all kind of get to know that. So the first movement is going to simply be inhaling up, and then exhaling, hinging at our hips and letting our arms cross opposite way. We're kind of just helping to free the back of the heart. Good. So we're going to be doing that 3 times. So you can slowly come back up. We'll do that 3 times, and the sound we're making is shh. It's for our lungs and our liver. Shh. So we'll do that 3 times. Shh. Okay. Then we're going to come up, and we're going to take our arms up overhead, and we're going to make 2 light fists like we're holding 2 hummingbirds. And the sound is H-A. Ha. And when our hands get back to our rib cage and draw back, it's ooh. So let's practice that again. Inhale up, make 2 light fists. Ha. You got it. And we'll do that 3 times. All right, here we go. Shake it off. So we're going to do this first round, audible sound. Make it as loud as you would like. We're going to do it again, second time as a whisper, and third time in our mind. First time's for physical, heart, physical lungs, liver. Second time is more emotional, mental, and third time is spiritual. Okay, here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, SH. Good, again. Inhale up, releasing anger, sadness, frustration. Good. One more time. Let's slowly come up and just take a breath. Inhale up. Make 2 light fists, HA for the heart. Ha, ooh, for the spleen. Beautiful. Again, inhale up. Ha, ooh. One more time. Pause to breathe and feel. Second time we're whispering the sounds. Inhaling, arms up. 2 more times at your own pace. Inhale back up and just take a full cycle of breath. And we'll inhale, arms up overhead, whispering HA and ooh. Releasing anxiety, balancing with joy, contentment. One more time. Pause, breathe, notice. This last round, the sounds are in our mind for our spirit energy to balance. So we'll inhale the arms up overhead, exhale SH in your mind. One more time. Slowly come up to breathe. Inhaling, arms overhead, HA, ooh, silently in your mind. Pause with one hand on belly, one hand on heart. Step out if you need to shake it out, shake it out. Okay, we're going to make our way into a crocodile pose. So we're going to place a knee pad, if you like, at the center of your blanket, and then just grab your blocks and place them out at the top of your mat. So we're going to do some kind of yin restorative types of poses here. So I'm going to have you step in front of your blanket And place your blocks at their high height right in front of your feet. A little slight bend in the knees. And we're just going to slowly transition, stepping our left foot back behind our knee support, and then slowly lowering our left knee down. Our blocks are going to come in inside of our front right foot, and we're going to kind of just heel toe that right foot out and then turn it out so that you're kind of focusing more on that release of the inner thigh. So with this crocodile posture, our left thigh it goes with gravity toward the earth. We can stay up high. We could lower our blocks, hands on blocks. We could lower to elbows on blocks. So you choose your own adventure here. But this is going to be more of a passive posture. So the tailbone relaxes, and even our head can relax, like we're more in a cat shape, where our heart and our shen is resting. And if you need to do, a little bit of like pulsation, you've got a little hitch in your giddy up somewhere, feel free. Don't feel like you have to be a statue, but breathe. And let this be more of a yielding instead of a forcing of any kind. Breathing into your belly, your kidneys. And just feeling how the heart is just at rest here. A few more breaths. And it's a slow transition, rising back up, high blocks. We'll heel toe that right foot back in line with our right hip. We'll draw the back knee off the earth and step forward, and then switch legs. Right foot sliding back, letting the knee lower softly down. Heel toe the left foot out to the left edge of the mat. Open the foot out. So there's more of an inner thigh, inner groin focus of opening in this left leg. And then you decide where you would like to be supported in your release here. So there is a going with gravity with our hip flexors, that back right thigh. And then letting your spine, if it wants to just release, the tailbone softens, the head can even drop. Feel free to pulsate in any way. So our bones and our tissues are kind of hanging on each other. They're going with gravity. And this is a way that we can release tension through the joints and the fascia. If you're getting hung up and it's too much sensation, please back off and find a place of ease again. Feel your breath moving into your belly and your hips, even up your spine. Is it the nectar of your heart? There's a bathing of your heart and its fluids with the breath. few more breaths here. And it's a slow coming up here. And we'll take our foot, heel toe it back in line with the left hip, but we're going to come to the knees. And we're going to have a seat. Okay. So we're going to take a moment to reposition ourselves here. So we're going to take our bolster behind us with the block as our head support. The blanket you could use for support for your sitting bones if you'd like. It's kind of already there. And so we're going to come and sit a few inches in front of the bolster. And we're going to reach back and find the bottom rung of our rib cage and place that on our bolster. So the lower back curve is not touching your bolster. It's free of it. And then your head will find your block. And the legs always have options. So if your lower back is seeking support, you could keep knees bent, feet on the mat. You could walk your feet to the wide edges of the mat and let your knees rest on each other in teepee. You could take cobbler, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Or you could simply just straighten your legs one at a time down the earth. The arms can tuck in toward the body, or your vermilion bird wings, if they're feeling inspired to spread out and away from the body. You can explore that. And just noticing areas that feel really good in your chest and in your heart and in your breasts and this whole thoracic cavity. Maybe there's just an energy of just gratitude or lightness or joy. Celebrating, honoring that. Then also honoring the areas that feel resistant to softening or feel constricted in some way, feel tight. Sending breath and support into those spaces. Can you feel the back of your heart softening into the bolster? So here we allow our heart to be in its current state of openness. Opening to connection with ourselves, with each other, with nature, all sentient beings. And not only is our heart opening to give and give love, but we're opening to receive in equal measure the love that flows from the beings in our life, including ourselves, including the divine, all the supports in our life. So can you feel a sense of receiving in any way in your energy body here for a few more breaths? whichever position your legs are in, just a slow transition back to knees bent and feet on the mat. And we're going to take a mindful roll off the bolster to our side. You could also roll on your side on the bolster. And we'll pause in fetal pose for a few breaths, allowing your heart fluid, so your heart to direct toward the earth, getting this nice bathing in the water of the heart, the prana. And then use your hands to slowly bring yourself up. And we're going to take our left hip by the end of the bolster here. And we're going to take that block and bring it underneath the head of the bolster, just at the low level block. Your knees can be just gently bent toward you. You could also choose to let the left leg extend out, and we're going into a supported twist. So with our twists, we look to create space and length from tailbone through the neck. So we can lift the spine, create the space first, and then we'll take the belly and begin to turn the spine toward the left, and then letting the heart rest on the bolster. Now you may choose to rest your forehead on the bolster. You may turn and rest on the ridges of your left ear. And then just letting yourself just settle into your first form here. Yeah, so let's come out. So we slowly come out. And I'm wondering if we do a lighter twist.
Yeah,
You tell me how that
it's
feels.
just right.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's feeling like too much, yeah, let's come out. Yeah, let's come all the way out. Yeah, yeah. We don't need to. If you want to, you could just come back, Sue, into that reclined overnight position. If that was feeling good, then let's
I'm
keep
gonna try a couple things.
Sounds good. If it's available to you and you would like to slowly deepen this twist, you can stay where you're at, or you could inhale your spine halfway up. And as you exhale, we're bringing that right ribs, right belly around a little bit deeper, and then slowly lowering back onto the bolster with our chest. It may even take your head over to the right ear or stay with the left ear on the bolster. Take a deep breath in and exhale all the way out. Again. And gently press yourself all the way back up, spine toward your legs again, and pause. Got one more side to explore. We'll take our right hip next to the bolster, knees both bent, or the right leg could straighten out. Again, we're looking for creating space in the spine first before we take it into its rotation here, belly, up chest, Slowly lowering down, head resting on the right ear. You can always bring a blanket under your head if you're needing more support, if it feels like it's too much pressure on your chest or breast. And then let your body be passive, surrendering, softening, not because you're giving up, but you're surrendering to something greater than you to support you. It's more of a yielding to support, to receive it and be held by it. As your back and spine open, if there's an invitation to explore a little deeper, you could just slowly come up a little bit so that your left ribs, left belly come over to the right any amount more, and then lowering softly back down and maybe resting on the ridges of the left ear. Taking a deep breath in and releasing all the way out. One more time. And inhaling yourself slowly back up, unwinding back to center and pause. Okay, we're going to do another little transition here. You can set your bolster off to the side, and your blanket can become your head support. We're making our way into our backs. And our next posture is going to take us into our supported bridge pose. So first, when you arrive on the earth, let your knees bend and feet come toward the sitting bones on the earth. Gentle tuck of the shoulder blades. And then we're going to lift the hips up and place the bolster right under the hips, under the back of the sacrum here. And before we kind of settle into our supported bridge, we're going to take our right leg up toward the sky. We're going to bend our right knee and slowly lower our right ankle to our left thigh. So here's our reclined figure four. Our right knee is moving out and away. And then exploring a gentle rock in your hips side to side. And if you would like to explore the left thigh coming toward your chest, hands coming behind your left thigh into the reclined pigeon. And maybe even that left leg wants to straighten up toward the sky. So these are just all possible decorations of your posture here. And then letting the left foot come back to the earth. Stretching that right leg up toward the sky. Bring the foot back to the earth. Left leg straightens up toward the sky. Slowly bending your left knee and placing your ankle on your right thigh. The left hip and knee open, figure 4. Option to be still or to rock your hips side to side. Less is more. Maybe pigeon is calling to you and the right thigh wants to come in towards your chest. Hands behind the thigh with option to straighten the right leg up toward the sky. So just staying where it feels easeful and yummy, not forceful or pushing. And then releasing your right foot down if it was lifted, and let that left leg stretch up and then come back, foot to the mat. Here we are in our supported bridge here. For a few breaths, we're just going to let the hips, the sacrum, the pelvic floor, our hip flexors and psoas soften. If it feels good to place your hands anywhere on the hips or the belly or heart, you could bring that in if you'd like. There's a wonderful nectar of prana that's flowing here from your hips, and it's bathing all of your organs, including your heart and your brain. Just notice if you can feel that for yourself. You're welcome to stay here, and you're also welcome to take your legs up over your hips into supported shoulder stand. And join a few more cycles of breath here. And if your legs are lifted, just slowly drawing the knees in toward your chest. And eventually bringing one foot at a time back to the earth. hips lifting and pushing that bolster down under the backs of your knees if you would like it for your Shavasana, letting your hips settle into the earth and just being all warm and cozy for your nest of rest here. Just noticing if your vermilion bird has settled back into the nest of your heart, settling your own Shen, your own spirit energy. The heart is like the sun of the solar system, and all the other organs are like the planets that revolve around this magnetic, shining charge of light of our heart. It's okay if your heart doesn't feel very shiny this morning, but can you just offer it love and care with touch or loving awareness? You are your heart's greatest ally. Begin to bring a little bit of movement into your body. Slowly finding your way into fetal posture on your side. And slowly gathering yourself back into a comfortable seat. And I invite you to bring your hands into prayer at your heart, taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. And let us close our time chanting a sound for the heart. Ah, A-H-H. We'll chant it one time together. Let's take a deep breath in together. Namaste. Thanks for bringing your hearts here this morning. Blessings to you ladies online and ladies in the room. Have a great Valentine's Day. Love yourself and others every day. And all the things. And we'll see you next time. All right.
You guys want to watch a little Olympics?
Oh yeah.